In this video, I'm going to detail how we use Git on a regular basis on a project that you are working on solo, and that you have edit and administrative privileges on. So you need to open Git in a project where you have that authority. So I have already located in my file explorer. I can right click Git bash here. I am in that location. And so let's say that I have everything is up to date, but I want to edit just briefly the README and change something about it. And so I'm going to need to update, just add a little bit of text. All right, so it's a new file. If I type git status, it is going to tell me that something is different. And so I am working through this guide that I made about what to do. So check, is there anything red here? Okay, I have changed something. And this file readme.md tilde is not being tracked. I don't really care about that one, so I'm not going to worry about it. But the readme.md I would like to change. So if anything has been updated locally, it will show up in red. It's not required to say status, but it's helpful. We always want to make sure that if it is a project that you work on more than one computer, or that you're sharing with someone else, that you first pull to make sure you have any updated copies from your collaborators. If you're working on it solo, then you don't need to worry about pulling if you're only using one machine. All right, now I need to add. So I have 4 commands that I need to be aware of: status, pull, add, commit, 5 commands, and push. Right, so I'm going to add the file that needs to be added. So I can start it and press tab and it will auto-complete if that's unique. So readme is the file that needs to be added. If I say status now, it's actually turned to green. It is ready. And the analogy I have is that you are wanting to send a package to the recipient who is somebody else located in a different location. You want their computer to be able to receive your package. You need to first identify what thing you want to put in that package, just like if you were going to send mail in an envelope. So we have just put readme.md in the package, but we haven't yet taken it to the postal service, to the post office. It is just still sitting in the package. So that we have added it, and it's still open right now. We could add more things to this if we wanted to, just like you could put multiple items in a package to be sent. The next thing you would say is git commit when you're ready. So you could add multiple things first that you want to put in the same package, but when you're ready to seal up that package, you commit. You seal it up and you put the message on the outside, just like you need to say who the recipient is, and that label on the outside of the package. Here you need to say they need to be matching set of quotes. They can be single quotes or double quotes, but they need to match, be the same style. So git commit -m updated readme. All right, it says it changed. Still, my package is now sealed. I could have multiple packages before I put them on the internet. So right now they're sitting in my home, right, in this analogy to the Postal Service. I could have multiple packages that are sealed and ready to be delivered before I send them out. So now I'm ready to send them out. I need to say git push origin master. That is actually taking it to the post office and sending them out. Once it's out there, you no longer have control of it. But this was the original version. And then now I'll see that there's a new commit that is recent, and I can see here my commits list to see there was the initial commit and this updated readme now. Okay, and I can click on the commit. I can see that it was this file, and then I added this green line that was blank and now says the words need to update. Okay, if something had been edited by someone else, the next thing I would pull, right? So my other people who are connected to this project folder do not get those updates automatically. They have to actually go to their mailbox and pull in order to receive their packages. And so our exchange, the keywords that you need to be familiar with are git add, commit, push, pull, and status. Those are the ones we use on a frequent basis. We had git init and git remote add origin when we set up a connection the very first time, but we don't use those on a daily basis. We use these 5 on a daily basis. Adding to put things into the package, committing to seal up the package, push to send it out, pull to bring it back in, bring new things into us. Status, we can use at any time to just check on which things are there and not there. So the status would say nothing new is in our folder, and we have this one file, this red file that we're not yet tracking. We have never added it to any package to be tracked. And that is my overview of the frequently used Git commands that we need to know when you're managing a solo project or when you're interacting in a straightforward way with a small group.